But she went to Ireland with a view to standing and fighting the system rather than giving in. So her son went to school. She appeared on all the databases, computer systems, so that everyone would know where she was. And lo and behold, they tried to take her son from Ireland. So she's got two sons with her now. Well, at that stage, one was 7, one was 1.5. And they wanted to take the older one and put him in care, in foster care in Devon, with a view to getting him adopted, because she was once previously a victim of domestic violence from her husband that she hadn't seen for a year.
So let's be clear. Because a husband punches you in the nose, you divorce him.
I don't think he actually went that far, but
I mean, not her case. Stay there.
True, that he did punch her on the nose. I don't think he actually did, but
okay. You know, I'm not talking about that case. I'm saying hypothetically, your husband punches you in the nose, but not. He didn't even do that in this case. I understand, but your husband punches you. You divorce him, and then they still take your kids. Even though you're in another country.
She's not. When she's been going around Europe, she's not been going around.
No, I know, but I'm saying they're trying to take the kids, is what I'm saying. Stay there. This is just amazing. So think about this. All over the Western world, you have a learning disability, or you say that you're a victim of domestic violence, you get a divorce, and still the state tries to take your children. Our guest, member of Parliament, is being very precise about these particular cases. I was just making the point that think about how amazing that is. She's away from her husband. He's saying in this particular case he didn't even punch her. Now they're saying yelling at your children is abuse. You know, don't run the street, no, and that's it. So continuing, sir, you were trying to go through this case. So she's got 2 children. She's in Ireland. She's fighting it. Continue.
Yeah, well, look, basically, what it is that, you know, they're trying to take the older child and put him in foster care in Devon, right? Now, that just can't be sensible. It just can't be sensible. She's sitting there with 2 children, a younger one who's like 2, and an older one who's 7. They want to take one of them and put him in foster care in Devon, not both of them. The local authorities in Ireland, because as I said, Ireland's a lot more sensible than England. The local authorities in Ireland have met up with her, and they're all right. You know, they say, well, there's no problems at all, right? But the Devon ones are still intent on taking her older son and putting him in care in Ireland.
Who are these people? What's wrong with them? Don't they have any soul?
I just think it's completely mad. Completely and totally mad. There can't be any justification for that at all. Because if the children are at risk, then they're both at risk. Right? Not just one of them. You can't just take the one you can get. And if the local authority says, well, they're actually not at risk, then you should leave them alone.
Well, how do they say because she had an ex-husband that somehow was mean to her that she now can't have her older child? And, I mean, this is insane.
Well, I know, but the point about, apart from that, part of it is the irrationality of the decision in the first instance, which is you're taking completely the wrong actions. Actions that do screw up the children. There's no question about it. The actions of the state do a lot of damage to these children's lives. The evidence is there. It's more and more evidence as time goes by. And that isn't an argument for not taking children into care ever. And if you take the issue of learning difficulties, there is a wide range of things described as learning difficulties. And there are certain people who have severe learning difficulties where I myself would not take the view that they could cope with looking after children, right? So that's not, you know, I'm not somebody who says everybody with a learning difficulty has to look after their own child. What I say is that we get these decisions really badly wrong, and that the checks and balances don't work.
Well, you talk about a secret court where 1 out of 1,000 times the parents get to keep their children.
3 out of 1,000.
3 out of 1,000. Okay.
Yeah, it's 0.27%.
So 3 out of 1,000. Trying to get that number straight.
What it is, and I'm sorry about being picky about this. 0.27% is roughly 3 out of 1,000, isn't it? All right. Now, the point about it is that where the case is contested, remember, there are various potential outcomes. It's possible that the local authority withdraws their application for a care order. But where it's actually a contested case, the parents win only in just under 3 out of 1,000 cases on the 2007 figures.
Are the people of England getting mad because there are no checks and balances and the state is running wild?
Some are, but I find it odd because people just sit there and take it. I find it very, very odd because here you have some really dreadful activity, and yet people just sit there and say, dum-de-dum-de-dum-de, let's just get on with our lives, you know. Because it's this whole issue about miscarriages of justice. It's where do you start and where do you stop? It was, I don't know who was it, that pastor who said first they came for this, and then they came for the, you know, then they came for the Jews, and they came, you know, I can't remember the whole statement, but unless you actually fight injustice, it just gets to be a real mess.
But what's wrong with the Child Protective Services? They know it's hurting children. They know it's a fraud. They know it's evil. They know their courts are a joke. I mean, who are these people?
Well, what you can understand in a sense why a lot of people have left the job, and there are so many vacancies. And so we get child protection social workers from all sorts, including America, to be fair. Although America's not a bad idea because at least we speak a similar language. You know, going to get hunting child protection social workers from Greece and everything, it's a bit odd in a sense because, you know, you'd expect somebody who understands the cultures here, really. And not that Greece is massively different, but you want somebody who's pretty operative in
So you're saying they're bringing foreigners in?
Yeah, they come from all over the place because they can't get English people to do it.
Oh, my God. So they've got foreign child kidnapping mercenaries. Stay there.